Hello, everybody. Welcome to a game that I helped create, actually. Lab Partners. So, yeah, as the title of the stream suggests, I did help co develop this game with my girlfriend Tono, Ton of Thorns, and I just wanted to show it off on stream today. It's really cool, really fun. We did it as part of a game jam, which I'm going to show you that right now. We did it as part of this Days of Horror #3 game jam. And you can see there were 27 entries, which is really good, honestly. There was like 220 entrants, resulting in 27 game entries. So that's pretty cool. Our team was very small. Some of the other teams might have been as little as one person. Some of them might have been, a dozen people. I have no idea, really. But it was open from May 14th to June 9th, so it closed just yesterday morning at 2:59 a.m. We only had a few weeks to finish it, and we did, so I just wanted to show it off here today. There were some, the theme was obviously horror, but it was specifically a death game with some bonus challenges of having, a game master, some deadly traps, and then having a choice at the end of saving or killing a certain character. Those were sort of the bonus challenges to this death game theme, and we did implement most of that there, which I'm excited to show off here. You'll also see, if you go on to itch.io new and popular, and you have the horror tag, the psychological horror tag, the game is right here on the new and popular page, which is really cool. It's getting lots of traffic. Tono told me that she already has like over 100 downloads on the game, which is awesome. Several, like a few thousand impressions, and people at least just seeing it on this page. So any more traffic or downloads would be much appreciated. And then just to show you the page for the game itself, it is called Lab Partners. It's available for Windows and Mac. You can download it for free. It says name your own price, so you're allowed to donate if you want, but it's actually free. It's a PSX style, so kind of like retro horror style game with puzzles. It's about two students trapped in their old abandoned high school. So the blurb that she wrote is, after waking up in a strangely empty school, two unlikely former classmates have to work together to escape. Switch between characters, solve puzzles, search classrooms, and uncover why they were brought back here. But something is following them. And give some features here, multiple endings, original music. We had a composer join our team and helped with the sound design, and that was really awesome. You're going to see that in the credits along with all the other stuff. And then lists the controls. So yeah, this entire game was made in under 3.5 weeks for a game jam. So it's still in a rough state. Some known issues include the atmosphere being too dark in a lower resolution. So you can see it's a little bit dark here on the 1920 by 1080. That's sort of a intentional stylistic choice, but if you choose like the 1280 by 720, it gets really dark. We added a brightness setting to help with that. I'm gonna choose just to go with the 1920 by 1080 and maybe turn it up just one little notch there for stream visibility. The Mac OS build's currently untested, but it should work. If it doesn't, anyone out there can give us some feedback. And that's about it, really. Just kind of the brightness issue and testing Mac, really. So yeah, you can download that if you'd like. Leave a comment, rate the game. We'd really appreciate any feedback. Let me open up my chat again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Start. My name is Emily. I am 29 years old. I haven't been in high school in over 10 years. Today, I've been brought back, but cannot see the game. Thanks for letting me know. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, you should be able to hear the little bit of like the typewriter effect and the kind of music in the background there as well. But yeah, something is very different about this school. So we're being introduced to one of our main characters, Emily. and getting introduced into the game. Press E to continue. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna adjust my mouse sensitivity a little bit. There we go. That's how I like it. So we're in this destroyed old classroom. Loving the music that's playing. Let me pull up OBS one more time and see if it's too loud. It seems like it's probably okay, but you guys can let me know in chat if anything changes. So the objective in the top right, it says communicate using the walkie-talkie, which is right here, right in front of us where we spawn. It says talk, so I'm going to interact with that. Unknown. Anybody there? Yeah, I'm here. Unknown. There's actually someone there. Where are you? I'm in a classroom. I think it's across where you might be. I hear footsteps. I think I hear yours too. Do you know the way out into the hallway? I don't know, but there's some electric thing here that's locking the doors on my end. An electric lock. Maybe I can trip it somehow. If you can get that to happen, that would be great. I'll see what I can do. Hurry. And then we get a little bit of instruction here. Press Q to switch to somebody. Before I press Q, I do want to look around this environment a little bit. Oh, we can interact with other things here, so we can interact with this computer. It was an old computer that no longer worked. Seemed like a boring book. We have a framed poster. It was a poster of an atom. Maybe we can just leave the door. I was blocked by something, so we can't just leave, unfortunately. It was good to know there were always medical supplies nearby. So, I guess we have that if we need it. Ordinary fire extinguisher. Mix chemicals. I needed something to mix together to cause a reaction. Find chemicals to mix. The objective is updated. Okay, well before we find those chemicals, let's go ahead and press Q and switch to our other player. I really like the sound effect that plays there. We're playing as someone, we don't know who. We don't have a third person view on them right now. So if we just maybe look around, this door says it was locked by a mechanism on the other door, and in this door, I needed to trip the lock somehow. Okay. Got a TV stand here. I loved movie days. See if this computer tells us anything. It was a computer that no longer worked. Love the sound effects that play. Here's our walkie-talkie if we wanted to speak to that person again. Yeah, I talked with someone on the walkie-talkie. Another fire extinguisher. Probably not going to help us right now. So if our first character needs to trip this lock, we're going to press Q again to switch back, and we can see during that transition we're kind of like across a hallway from each other. But our objective, find chemicals to mix. So this looks like a chemical, might be useful. Let's grab these 3, and I guess we'll mix them here on this device, whatever that is. I mix the chemicals, cause a chemical reaction, so we can hear the fire alarm going off. And you might hear a little bit of sprinklers running as well. That might trip this lock. It finally tripped. Perfect. So we've broken this person out, but our first character is still trapped in here because it says blocked by something. Probably this giant box. So maybe we can, yeah, move it out of the way. Push the box out of the way, and it is... Who are you? Unknown. Wait, Matt? How do you know my name? Oh, this is Emily. It's Emily. We were in the same grade when we were in this high school. I'm sorry, Emily, I don't think I remember. That's not surprising you don't remember. I was a quiet kid. Sorry, I really didn't pay attention in that class. You may not remember me, but I remember you. You were so popular back then. Ha, I guess so. Anyway, let's continue to the next hallway. Right. Is there jumping in this game? Actually, yes. Hello, Hulatant. If we press the spacebar, we can jump. So that's how you know it's a good game. So now we know what Emily looks like. If we press Q to switch characters again, get a look at Matt. Where'd he go? He's dancing around me. There he is. Matt. Oh, I accidentally skipped a dialogue. I think he asked how did we open the door or something. I was able to get a reaction to happen by mixing some chemicals. That's what tripped the fuse box. It did seem to set off an alarm too. Let's get going. Alright. So what's really cool about these two characters is that there's different dialogue depending on who you're playing whenever you talk to the other one. So if I switch back to Matt, talk to Emily, like there's branching dialogue trees you might have noticed when we talked to her the first time. We first said, sorry, do I know, or no, we first said, how do you know my name? So now let's try this other one. And her response is the same here, but we can use other different responses. I kind of remember. Yeah, we had phys ed together. Right. Oh, right, I almost failed that class. Yo, Aguiarino, check DM. Alright, I'll check DM only for you, papi. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Oh right, I almost failed that class. Oh no, I could have helped you back then. Wow, that's impressive. Or I'm a medical researcher now. Wow, that's impressive. I've not amounted to anything like that. Surely you have. You were so popular in high school. I remember all the girls wanted to be with you. I guess so. Not much action nowadays. Anyway, let's continue to the next hallway. Right. This game's scary AF. So true. My heart rate is legit up by quite a bit. Well, that might be for, you know, other reasons. Just take a few steps upstairs or something. Anyways, it says exit the hallway, but I want to explore a little bit first. We were already in these classrooms. There's some lockers, kind of beat up, old sandwich and books and stuff. This place looks pretty abandoned, to be honest. Maybe there's something in this corner. Wow. So there's a little bit of a jump scare there. Obviously, like I said, since I helped make this game, I know where all that stuff is. But, you know, it's funny to show it off. Prom 89. That's a long time ago. That's how you know this school is old. I'm going to actually switch to playing as Emily just because I want to, and we'll just move this way and exit the hall. And we have a cutscene. Unknown over the intercom speaker. I see you two have met. Welcome back to the Thunderdome, fresh meat. You figured out my first trap, but rest assured, more elaborate ones lay ahead. I look forward to seeing how you three approach it. 3? ... Well, hang on. 1, 2... And I don't see a 3. Maybe that like creepy jump scare guy could be 3. I don't know what he's talking about, except I do, because I helped make this game with my girlfriend. Let's open the door, move into this hallway, and we have another cutscene. Intercom guy. Look familiar at all? These hallways used to be ones you walked every day. No one is in this wretched school anymore. You are all alone. But I'm still here. I'm still watching. Can you find me? Find a way to me so we can finish what started all those years ago. Explore the classrooms you were in when you tormented others in the past. Okay, not sure what he's talking about. We could talk to each other, maybe figure it out. Send you the few notes you have, but I can't play the game. I will legit not sleep for 2 weeks. Yeah, thanks, Augie. Good night, Hula. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. Appreciate that. But yeah, let's talk to Emily here. What do you need? How do we get out of here? I don't know, but it was made clear that the way forward lies in these classrooms. I'm no good at puzzles. Well, you have me now. I'll help you. Don't worry. I'll help how I can. Let's get back to what we were doing now. Yep. I forgot to mention, I can't go back. There was no reason to go back. But after we saw that jump scare, the dialogue tree actually changes. And you get new dialogue between the characters. So if you want to see that, what they say, you know, maybe get some hints on the story and stuff, play the game yourself. I definitely encourage it. Obviously, I'm going to be spoiling a lot as I go through this game. But I definitely still encourage at least checking out the page, download it, try it out if you'd like as well. Let's talk to Matt. What's up? Have you been holding up since school ended? It's been okay, I guess. I'm kind of between jobs right now, though. Seems like you deserve it after how high school ended up. That sounds a bit rude. I'm gonna go with that sounds rough. Maybe these characters don't get along super well, or maybe, I don't know. Not all of us could make it like you did. I think it was a mix of hard work and luck. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we got a little bit of characterization going on. Obviously, Emily's pretty successful working in like a medical lab, and Matt is just kind of a washed up, like high school, peaked in high school jock kind of guy. So yeah, let's see. Is there anything in this door? This one's locked. Anything in these lockers? No. Let's just head down this hallway into another cutscene. And I think it's at this point most everything you see in terms of dialogue from here on is what I worked on. My girlfriend Tono has made a bunch of the dialogue and stuff you've seen up until this point. She made all the puzzles, she did all the programming for interactable objects, the cutscene system. She did a lot of the heavy lifting. I just did dialogue writing basically from this point onwards, and then helping create some of the environment in the school, which she then touched up to make look even better. So this cutscene, I really like the way she made it. Let's see how it goes. Emily says, "Wait. I need a moment. I'm just going to step into the restroom and compose myself." Whatever. Matt's a little rude, as you can tell. I'll wait here, though. Don't worry. So now we're kind of just reflecting in the bathroom, probably because it's a very stressful situation. What's going on? Why am I back in my old high school? And even worse, I'm stuck with this meathead, Matt. And that person on the intercom. They sound a little familiar, but the static makes it hard to hear clearly. Yo, Matt Piotto. Yeah, Matt Piotto is also one of our playtesters, or at least added to the playtester group. I will say this version of the game is different than what the playtesters were provided, so there are some differences. Got scared and left immediately. Yeah, it's pretty creepy, huh? And that person on the intercom, yeah. Who else is here with us, and what are they doing? Ugh, my head is still spinning. I hate when I can't make sense of things. I guess I'll just have to stick with Matt until we make our way out of here. Whoa. Did you guys see that? Did anybody see that? Who was that? Hello? Who's there? Matt, you creep. What are you doing? Oh, it's probably Matt. It's probably creepy Matt. Seriously, perv, do you mind? Trying to get a peek while we're trapped in an old school is really not cool. What? What are you talking about? And why would I want a peek of you? I have a smoking hot girlfriend back at home. Trust me when I say I can do way better. Gee, thanks. But if it wasn't you, then I think someone else might be here with us. Okay, so it wasn't Matt creeping on us in the bathroom. That's awesome. Thank God, maybe they can help us find the exit. Maybe, but they seemed creepy. Let's just be careful and keep looking around. And it's a good thing I'm just a writer and not a voice actor, because I'm terrible at reading all these lines. But it's fun. It's fun, you know, helping out with the process. I was really glad I got to do it. The more lockers and stuff. There's another game to test that's a bit more friendly. I'll report feedback. Okay. Absolutely. We're definitely going to be making more games. So, you know, anybody who's in the Discord and wants to help with that, you can get your playtester role by reacting to the announcement, or you can just ask me for it. And if you're not in the Discord, you can join and help out. Go in the bathroom and listen. We're getting dev feedback immediately. Creepy. I think I hear water dripping. Or I'm supposed to. A little bit quiet on my end. I have it turned down. Someone breathing? Oh, wait. It was the creeper. Oh, I hear it, I think. Oh, that's creepy. I didn't know about that. That's actually, you know, like I've been saying, I helped make this game, but that was a small little feature that she clearly added without letting me know. Oh, this is the boys' bathroom. You can tell from the urinals and the destruction. The scary theme is very good. Yeah, our composer on our team did a great job with the music, so shout out to him. We're going to see his name and stuff in the credits later. Great work on the game. I'll have to dip so I can get sleep in the future. Alright, thanks, Augie. Have a good night. Alright, well, let's check out this door. Oh, this is the gym door. The door to the gym was jammed. The door on the other side may work. Okay, let's check that out. You can hold shift to sprint, by the way. As you can tell, that's what I'm doing. Oh, these doors are like... Oh, whoa, who's that? The creep. The creep. I love that scary sound effect. That's really good. Couldn't open it myself, but Matt could. Okay, let's switch to Matt. I wasn't able to do anything. I need something to pry the planks off. That makes sense. I mean, ripping this off with our bare hands would not really work. Alright, but anyway, let's try this door. The door was still locked. I needed a code for the keypad. Okay, and we don't know the code. Well, these doors are planked up. And the objective just says still explore the school. So let's try to go find, you know, open doors that we can explore. Got some leafy green plants. Pokemon leaf green. Oh, a trophy case. I remember when I was on the football team. Number 17, baby. Emily's a slowpoke way back here. Does she say anything? She doesn't care about trophies. She's a nerd. She doesn't care about sports. Whoa. Who is that? Okay. Another creeper. Another entity. I actually forgot about that one. I knew about it, but I forgot about it. But there's a giant safe here. I didn't know the combination. Maybe it was in the other classrooms, and our objective has updated to find a way to open the safe. Okay. Computer. Another computer that lacked power. Chalkboard. It seemed to involve solving the area under the curve. 1 + 1 = 2. Even I knew that. Yeah, it does say that, doesn't it? I hope you guys like the like PSX style. I think it's really cool. Didn't know the combination. Maybe is in the other classrooms. I think it is really cool, but also gives like a nice creepy vibe because it's kind of like, you know, low poly and everything. Some book I didn't care about. I really also appreciate how, you know, interacting with the same things. Oh, Walt Whitman poems. I hadn't seen that before, actually. Interacting with the same objects will give you different, you know, responses and dialogue depending on who you're playing as. So that's a really cool feature of this game. Plus, since how crap the graphics were, having everything dark makes it harder to see something lurking. Exactly. Just to note, I did turn the brightness up a little bit for stream visibility, but you know, you can have it scarier or less scary if you want. Yeah. So here's another open room. This appears to be, I don't know, there's a lot of books in here. Some classroom, a file cabinet made for holding secrets. Hadn't seen that either. Even I don't know all the dialogue options. I loved Movie Day, so we're playing as Jock right now, obviously. Waste of school day when these things came out. I was tempted to jot down some thoughts about our situation. Let's check out let's check out this book, or the computer. There was a document open that said a code was hidden. What'd that say? A code was hidden behind a bookshelf. Okay, well, couldn't push this shelf or that one. I mean, they are in a corner and blocked by a file cabinet, so we could try this one. Hey, there we go. 6, 7. Nice. Oh, whoa. Okay, creepy. I like these crappy graphics for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it's an intentional design choice. They're not, you know, crappy because we're bad at it. It's just style. Old PlayStation 1 kind of style graphics, or PS2. I got jump scared, yeah. So we have a piece of the code, 6, 7, and there's no jokes about that whatsoever. Oh, these lockers are different, which might be why they're separated. This says, this lock could be picked, but I didn't know how. Maybe Emily knew. So if we switch to Emily, let's see what she says. Nothing. Maybe we don't have the ability to pick the lock just yet. Ooh, there's a guy over there again. He's creeping everywhere, dude. Oh, man. Where did he go? Okay, he's scary. And I love the little, like, scary sound effects that play when you see him. It might also be because I'm bad at it. Low poly models are much easier. I mean, fair. I wouldn't say you're bad, though. Not by any means. Waste of a school day when these things came out. So jock loves movies and nerd doesn't. Kind of stereotypical, huh? Anything on the computer in here? No, but we got chalkboard. Recipe for pineapple, upside down pineapple cake. So, oh yeah, we got like stoves and refrigerators. This is probably like a home economics room. He's pretty sus. Yeah, he's a little sus. This is like a home ec room. Map, I think maybe you're in high school now. I don't know if you have a class like this, but do you have any sort of class where you learn like home life skills and cooking and stuff? That's kind of what this room is like. We have that in America, at least. Wash my hands at the basin. Who am I playing as? I'm Emily right now. We got Emily and Matt, don't forget. Anything here? Nothing in the fridge, right? That's what it said. Unsurprising, there was nothing in the fridge. Okay, so maybe we'll switch to Matt. We talked earlier about how, you know, interactables can have different dialogue depending on who uses it. So if Matt uses the TV, oh, I accidentally talked to Emily. If Matt uses the TV, he loves Movie Days. If Emily uses the TV, she didn't like it. The same can be applied to most interactables. You know, maybe only Matt can interact with something where Emily cannot. We saw that earlier with the box that was blocking Emily's path. So we'll have Matt look around, check like this pinboard, the fridge. Nothing in the fridge. He can also wash his hands. Oh, he can actually use the stoves, which Emily could not. And this one opens up and gives us a lockpick. Maybe I could open a locker. Okay, awesome. So again, this locker we already saw could be lockpicked if we hand the lockpick off to Emily and use it. I was able to pick the lock to get part of a code, and now our objective is updated to open the safe, so we have the full code. It was 67 and something else out of the locker, so that's perfect. If we go back to this, I guess, math room, let's see, let's open up the safe. Open the safe and found a crowbar inside. Okay, awesome. Well, we already know that these doors on this side of the hallway were boarded up and that Emily couldn't do it, but maybe Matt could, so... And our objective says find a way to use the crowbar, so I mean, makes sense to me. Let's go do that. There was cooking class in it? Yeah. It's common in America, but I guess not other places, it sounds like. We have another cutscene here. Intercom voice guy says, "I see you found a way to break down some of these doors. Yet, you still need the code to the gym." Ah, right, yeah, that keypad on the gym door, that's right. It's prom night, you two. Get dressed, have some fun, relax a little. You'll need it. Okay, so I guess we're going to try to get into the gym for some kind of prom thing that this freak is enforcing on us. We're playing as Emily right now, and we already established that Matt should be using the crowbar. He's the strong jock guy. There's our creeper. I love that sound. I love that sound. It's really good. So yeah, let's see if we can tear off these planks. Oh, no. Sorry, Emily. I don't want to talk to you. I want to tear off the planks. Perfect. Okay. That's awesome. Good animation. Oh, another cutscene. Okay, cool. Whoa, this takes me back. This was one of my favorite classes. It really inspired me to pursue my medical research career. So obviously Emily is not only really smart, but working on really important things in the world too. I should be saving lives right now, doing my part for humanity. Instead, I'm trapped back here in high school. Seriously? This class was so boring. And of course, Matt, not really an academic himself. The best part was when we did labs like cutting open frogs or that time we made lava. It wasn't lava, Matt. It was a highly corrosive and dangerous acid. Oh, okay. Well, you know. In fact, didn't someone in our class have an accident with that acid? Poor guy. Oh man, I totally forgot about him. Yeah, that dweeb somehow went and got his head dunked in acid. Dude, that's rough. He came out looking gnarly, like a football that got run over by a lawnmower. Haha. Okay, that's enough. No idea what happened to him, but it doesn't matter now. We still need to find a way out of here. Not to mention who's chasing us or why we're even here at all. So Emily said right at the start of the game it's been 10 years since they've been in high school. So they're kind of fuzzy on remembering some details like that, but it sounds like somebody... Can you imagine, like, dunking your head in acid? That sounds really bad. But I guess this is like the, science classroom poster. Who even cares about science, really? Well, Emily does. Let's see what Emily has to say about it. The pursuit of science allowed me to become a medical researcher. We got, like, an anatomy skeleton here. That's pretty cool. More, science equipment and first aid kits. Makes sense. Makes sense. Chalkboard? You know what they say, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Classic. Does he have anything? Nope. Not everything is interactive by both players. Or no, it is. It was Greek to me, okay. But yeah, not everything is interactable by both players, so... You know, that's something to keep in mind for the puzzles in this game. It looks like the computer doesn't work at all. What have I not interacted with as Matt? Let's see, the first aid kit. I always toughed out injuries like a true jock. Who even cares about science? The skeleton? Okay. So he can interact with the skeleton, whereas Emily cannot. So let's see what Matt does with it. I shook the skeleton and a note fell out with part of a code. Okay. And now our objective is updated. Now that we've learned how to use the crowbar, we have to find the rest of the code so we can open up the gym. Okay. Well, let's open up the next door. Computer lab room, computer science, pieces of junk, something like that. Let's go into a cutscene. What is this place? I really like this soundtrack that plays here too. It was kind of a last minute addition, so that's going to be one thing different from the playtest build that some of you might have had. Along with some of the dialogue and a few other things. The number of jump scares and locations of jump scares are also different. What is this place? Did you not take this class? It's the computer science room. Do I look like someone who knows how to use a computer? I thought these things were decently new and cost a lot of money. Relatively speaking, yes. We use computers like these in our medical labs. Did you know that projections claim that by the year 2020 we'll all be carrying a supercomputer the size of our palm on a daily basis everywhere we go? Really? Oh wow, that's incredible. Yeah, right. And next I'll have a self-driving car. Well, yeah. Anyways, can any of these help us? Maybe one of them can unlock the doors to the exit. I don't see anything like that, but check this out. This computer has a newspaper article from the year we graduated. Notice how they both turn to actually look at the computer? Cool details. Shoutouts to Tono for programming these cutscenes and making them really nice. Local student hospitalized after lab accident. Whoa, hang on. What? Man, I didn't realize it was that bad. Oh. So the gnarly football lawnmower guy got hospitalized? I mean, yeah. It says he went 80% blind in his right eye, suffered severe burns, and his mouth melted shut. Ew. He has to eat through a stomach pump. That is so awful. Yeah, that's an understatement. He can't speak, but he's been trying to communicate through written messages with limited mobility. He wrote, "No accident." No accident, whatever that means. As in, not an accident? Like someone did that to him? Oh. Listen, why do we even care? That was so long ago. We need to focus on the now and get out of here. You're right, sorry. Let's go. Okay, so... obviously some pretty sinister plot development here. What does this say? That poor guy had a bad day. I mean, it was like 10 years ago, so, you know, I guess it doesn't really matter anymore now, but like, still, dude. Well, if that computer worked, you know, maybe some of these others worked. So let's check. Let's just start back here. It's not the one I needed, not the one I needed. I tried to find something on the computer, but it was a dud. It was a dud. Oh, sorry, Matt. I didn't mean to talk to you. I was able to get part of a code from the encrypted files on the computer. Okay, and our objective still says find the rest of the code. Okay. Well, let's move on to, I guess, this door. I mean, we're blocked off from going, oh my god. He's creeping, bro. Oh my god, okay. Okay, you know what? Let's not, in case he, like, attacks us or something, let's just move in here. Into the Spanish room, the Mappiotho room. Yo, Mappy, do you have this class in your high school? Alright, well, how do we get out of here? I don't know, I didn't mean to talk to you. Let's check out the flag. It was a cool flag, true. Let's see what Emily says about it. Oh, she can't interact with it. Or no, she can. I missed, hang on. It was a big Spanish flag. Yeah, Matt doesn't know where it's from, I guess. Okay, let's check out the chalkboard. No, Emily can't do it. Bookshelf. There's a lot of books here, but I'm not sure which one to look for. So the way that's worded, it kind of implies like one of them might be good, maybe. But the whole shelf doesn't really work. Let's see, Matt can't interact with its chalkboard. En un lugar de la Mancha, or in the village of La Mancha. It's a classic. It's Don Quixote. Mappiotho, have you ever read Don Quixote? Do you, are you familiar with that story? I'm sure you probably are. Okay. Well, we have Don Quixote, I guess. What else can we do? There's a book there. Maybe Emily could read that. Let's try. Emily, check the book. Nope. There's an apple. There's a... Oh, interact on the computer? Okay. It looked like the class checked out the book Don Quixote. That makes sense. Don Quixote is like the Spanish book? Yeah, I know. Yeah. It looked like the class checked out the book Don Quixote. Well, if it's a book, we'll check out the bookshelf, okay? Don Quixote, its Dewey Decimal classification is 863. So we have the code now. Enter the gym. We collected the code. See, once we knew which book to look for, we just got it off the shelf and we're good to go. Alright, buddy's still creeping. Any of these lockers? I doubt it. I don't think so. I mean, they're all just kind of bleh. But we have the code, so let's go to the gym. Gym door. No, we gotta use the keypad. Enter the keypad that unlocked the doors beside it. Perfect. And cutscene. Cinema. It's about time you figured it out. I was starting to lose my patience. Listen, if you're going to be wasting my time like this, at least provide some entertainment. Luckily for you, it's prom night again. I've prepared some outfits and special music for you. All you need to do is dance for me. That's like... I wouldn't say it's like sadistic because it's not like painful, but it's like... It's just weird. It's creepy. This guy's being a creep. Go on into the gym. If you do as I say, I'll even consider unlocking the next door for you. I mean, that's a good payoff. It's a good payoff. A boy and a girl dancing alone in a gym. What if we... And remember, I expect a show. You do want to leave here after all, don't you? Is this guy serious? Dancing like we're back in high school? And with you? Wow, I can't be that bad. I never even went to a dance, you know. I did well in school, but my teenage social anxiety kept me from partaking in much else. There were some people who wanted me to go, but I simply could never. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I think we're both really stressed from this situation. Let's just do as he says and maybe even have some fun with it. That strangely sounds nice, I guess. Okay, let's go. Alright, well, let's go into the gym and dance. I open the door to the gym. And this soundtrack I really like as well. I mean, our composer did a great job with a lot of the music. So at the start we had POV from Emily explaining how we went into the school. Now we've got POV from Matt. I danced with Emily that night. Despite our past, it felt natural, pleasant even. The hum of the intercom, our looming doom, our night back in high school were all things that melted away in that moment. So maybe a little romance? Oh, at least getting along. Do these two people hate each other? I mean, you get, if you do a lot of the dialogue, you get that a little bit, that, you know, maybe they don't get along, but they're being forced to work together. But it kind of seems like, you know, maybe they're turning around, getting along again. Let's press E to continue. Who are we playing as? We're Emily right now. Matt says, that was... There's no need to say anything of it. No, it was nice. Really? Yeah. What next? Forward, then. Onward. Alright, let's see what Emily says. Never even went to a dance in high school. That's surprising. Yeah, I think I spent the night watching horror movies or something. Dances are overrated anyway, or I think I would have rather watched a movie. I like both of these options. I'm gonna go with the movie. A movie? Really? A school dance is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Is it worth anything if I don't even remember it? I'd like to think it is. Experiences are what make life worth living. I guess you're right. Come on, let's finish this. Right on. Okay, well, we can't go back in the gym. We can't get over this barrier, so I guess we'll go over here to this door. Into a cutscene. That was quite pleasant, actually. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. Same to you, Emily. You looked good. It's fine, Matt. I'm not going to tell your girlfriend or anything. As long as you don't tell the department heads back at my lab. I'm just glad he actually unlocked the doors and let us out here. Yeah, I almost can't believe it. This looks like the front hallway near the lobby. Hey, wait, is that... Wow! I can't believe this is still here! I love the animations. It's my old football jersey from when we won the state championship in senior year. Number 17 all the way, baby! That's what he said earlier when you interact with the trophy. He's talking about his number 17 a lot. You remember, don't you, Emily? It was a big deal for the school. No. Like I said before, I didn't really partake in many social events, especially sports. Why is your number 17 jersey so special to you? That's the number I started with since I was just a little kid learning how to even carry a football. I kept that number all throughout my career. You grow really attached to something like that after so many years, you know? It made my dad real proud, too. But after high school, I can't believe I had forgotten how much it meant to me after all these years. Yeah, I guess I kind of understand. Well, my old trophies aren't going to help us get out of here. Come on, the lobby should be this way. They old, yeah. Number 17, huh? Can he still interact? Or, yeah, I guess not. These old trophy cases. Alright, well, some bloody trophy cases. Spooky. Locked. Oh, of course. There was something around here to open it. Alright, well. I think I interacted with the trophy cases, so it shouldn't be in one of these. Unless Matt needs to do it. Doesn't seem that way. Let's talk to each other again. I think they're just going to talk about the dance. Yeah. I said movie last time. Let's say dances are overrated anyway. Did you go? I did, but I don't really remember it. I'm sure whoever went with you was very lucky. I guess so. Still would have rather done literally anything else. Come on, let's finish this. Right on. So I guess the guy unlocked the gym for us to leave the gym, but we still can't get through the lobby. I have to find a key somewhere. could be in like all this crap, this backpack. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Emily. I didn't mean to talk to you. Backpack? There was a key in the bag along with a note. Adam was here. Okay. Don't know who I don't remember who Adam is, actually. But we have the key. Maybe it unlocks the lobby. Let's see. Nice. I open the lobby door. And there's a creep. Okay. Scary. Matt, look! The exits! I can see them right here. Hold on a second, Matt. They appear to be locked with some kind of electromagnetic device. What? Who cares? I'll shove it open myself. Right. Good luck with that. Listen, if my hunch is correct, ahead is the mysterious person on the intercom. They're probably waiting for us in the principal's office. As much as I don't want to... You're seriously saying we have to go confront that freak? I think it's our only option right now. Alright, fine. Let's just stick together, and we'll be alright. Let's just stick together, chat. Ah! Okay. Creepy dude going into the principal's office, I guess. And our objective does say head to the principal's office. So if we try to exit, it was locked for some reason. Can't break an electromagnetic lock, and I speak from professional experience. I once worked at an IT company where we helped service some of these, and they are pretty tough. Okay. I guess we're going into the principal's office. Let's go, chat. The principal. Well, well, look who's finally been sent to the principal's office. Hey, who are you? Help us find a way out of here. And why exactly would I do that? I'm the reason you've been brought here. You're the voice on the intercom. What do you want? We've done nothing wrong. You still don't understand, do you? Oh, this is very evil music. I love the sound effects and the soundtrack. This is really good. Do either of you seriously not even remember the horrific accident you caused here 10 years ago? Let me lay it all out for you simpletons. You two were lab partners in advanced chemistry. He said it. He said the name of the game. In advanced chemistry. How Matt even got accepted into that class, I'll never know. And why Emily was paired with him is just as much a mystery. Matt, you were naturally bullying Emily and shoved her into poor Adam. Adam? Like, we got that note in the backpack that said Adam, so... The principal is not Adam, I guess. You knocked him into the exposed acid before he even had a chance to put on his safety gear. Oh. The big, strong man picking on the nerd. How much of a stereotypical can you be? Just how stupid, how useless are you? This guy is mean, bro. He's throwing out some harsh words that I definitely didn't see coming, even though I wrote the script. Yes. Emily, I expected so much more of you. You knew the exact safety procedures to follow. You knew where the emergency supplies were located. It was only you who could have helped save Adam. But you just watched. You shrugged it off, and then you laughed. You ignored his cries for help just because you rejected his advances asking you to prom? How are you such a heartless meanie? Just how cold are you? How inhumane can you be? Oh my god, it was Adam this whole time. He's been the creep the whole time, chat. Stalking the hallways. I can't believe it. Don't you two miserable scumbags remember any of this? No, of course not. It was all swept under the rug and you moved on with your happy lives and graduated. After the incident, the school no longer wanted him for the bad press. Even his parents abandoned him the moment he turned 18. I was the only one who would take care of him. Do you even realize how much I have given up and suffered for the past 10 years, all for the sake of cleaning up your mess? His rampaging through these empty halls in search of revenge ends tonight. One of you is going to pay. I'm going to make sure that one of you will pay. I hope you enjoyed our little reunion. I really do. It's the last time any of us will see each other again. Matt, Emily, only one of you can leave tonight. Make your choice. Which of you will live? Which of you will be discarded and forgotten, just like Adam? Goodbye, and good riddance. What? You can't do this to us! Let us out of here! Emily, what did he mean by that? What do we do? Don't you have some plan? He meant exactly what he said, Matt. He's activated these electromagnetic locks on the door and windows. We have no way to get out of here, unless one of us remains to hold this switch that breaks the circuit. Come on. Think, Emily, think. There must be something we can do. Okay. This game is crazy good. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you like the writing, because I did a lot of the writing. So, he escaped. He's gone. He has an exit, and we don't. Maybe we can... No, we can't open the windows. We don't have, like... We can't use anything to break the windows. We can't leave. The door's locked. The light is flickering and creepy. Alright, Matt. Any ideas? Any ideas, buddy? I'm scared. I don't want to die. And I still have so much I never even started. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Emily? Ideas? I don't understand. I don't want to die. I still have so much I never even finished. That's a very scary situation. Only one of us can leave. One of us has to hold the switch that will break the circuits to unlock the door. Who do we choose? Who's sacrificing themselves, Matt or Emily? First person to type an answer in chat. That's what we'll go with. Any suggestions? I'm gonna give it like 10 seconds. And then I might choose, I don't know. Emily's just like a sweet girl, except she didn't help Adam. Matt, you know, he's trying to turn his life around, but he used to be a bully. Neither of them, not an option actually. There's no secret third option. Both of them? Okay, also not an option, despite being a suggestion from the developer herself. Not an option. I'm gonna choose to leave behind good ending. Sadly, this game has no good ending. There's only death and sadness. I don't know. I'm gonna spoil this. Each ending is different. And I really like both endings. So I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I think I might leave behind Emily. I think I might like Matt's ending just a little bit more. Mappiotho wants to leave Matt. Okay. Alright, Matt. We're going to go with yours. Decide. Is this really what I want to do? Matt will stay to open the door. Wait, hang on. I need to think about this. Hang on. I'm not ready to just die. Emily? Is this really what I want to do? Emily will stay to open the door. Hang on. I need to think about this. Leave Matt, he's a meanie. Okay. Alright, we got 2 votes for Matt. Decide. Is this really what I want to do? Matt will stay to open the door. Matt. GG. This is what I need to do. And now, when we're playing as Matt, we cannot move. We are locked in place. We have to hold the switch. Switch to Emily. Goodbye, Matt. Is this really what I want to do? Matt will be left behind. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Matt. No! Thanks to Matt's sacrifice, Emily was able to escape and leave behind her high school, her family, and her friends one more time. The former principal was never found, having skipped town himself as well. Though traumatized, she eventually returned to her life as a medical researcher, and this time, she was determined to make the most of it. A year later, she patented her first prototype in cancer treatment. In her own words, she named it after a donor who had given everything for her to continue her life's work. Under her instruction, the treatment was codenamed M17. To this day, her cancer treatment research continues to save lives worldwide. Emily remains fully dedicated to her research, haunted in her pursuit of saving the one person she never will. Ooh. Man, whoever wrote that, they had a pin on fire right in that one. Oh, listen to this music. Lab Partners, made for Days of Horror #3. Our development team called Quiet Static. Ton of Thorns, the project lead, like I said, she did a lot of the heavy lifting, all the programming, all the scripting, all of the camera angles, cutscenes, interactable objects, everything. Project lead, Nave357. I did level design and writing. It's very loud. And then Aaron Dickinson was our composer. He made all the music and sound effects and stuff, or at least most of it. These are all assets, and then our special thanks for playtesters and players. Game of the year. Game of the year, chat. Beautiful. Alright, what do you say we do a speedrun and get the Matt ending? Let's do that. Start. Wait, exit. I want to see the Matt ending. Alright, we're gonna do it. Hello, Genga. Welcome. You just missed the end of our first run through. That was the full casual. Now we're gonna do a speed run to get the alternate ending. And also, congrats on 3 years of mod. That's awesome. No spoilers. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want spoilers, you know, I appreciate you stopping by to say hello and lurk. I definitely do encourage people to play and explore the game, even if you have been spoiled, because there's a lot of dialogue and stuff that, you know, you could look at yourself as well. My name is Emily. I'm 29 years old. I read this earlier. Lab TM. Yeah, true. Well, it's actually more about a lab in a high school. The story is that we've been brought back to our high school from some mysterious entity, and we have to figure out why and escape. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting this up on YouTube so that we can share it on, you know, maybe the itch page and stuff. But this second run, we're just gonna run. We just want to see the Matt ending now. I will show you this again. So there was a jump scare, and now I can show you if you do dialogue here before leaving the hallway. I saw a guy? I saw him too. Scared me. If we both saw him, what does that mean? Who cares? Let's just focus on getting out of here. Right. Let's go. Who was that? I saw him. This place might be haunted. Just abandoned. Wouldn't be so nonchalant. Let's be vigilant. Whatever. Speedrun this game will break it. Stress test? Alright. Let's stress test it. I already have stress tested that if you mash through text fast enough, it repeats the text actually a little bit. It'll do it right here, watch. See? Specifically wanted a PS1 look. Yeah, we went with low poly PSX style. Alright. Who do I need to be? I need to be Emily in here. Oh, I already was Emily. Shoot. See, that's speedrun strats I need to know. Bookshelf. 6-7. 6-7. Jump scare. Why didn't it play? Doesn't matter. Let's go. I'm playing as Matt. Got the key. Play as Emily. Unlock the lockers. Nice. Open the safe. Beautiful. I'm so fast. Now the jump scare's playing. There he is. Okay, switch back to... Who am I? Am I Jock right now? Yes, perfect. Speed strats. The full code is 6767. I mean, you're the dev. You can make it what you want. Whoa, forgot about that. It's obviously scarier when I'm not just sprinting through everything, but yeah. I really liked that you showed me the like heavy breathing in the bathroom stalls earlier, because I did not know about that before. Cutscene. The story is, you know, not to just like glaze myself or anything, but I do actually think the story is pretty solid for just a short game made in 3 weeks for a little game jam. I think it's a nice little narrative that a lot of the other games might not have. I need to play and rate a lot of the games that were submitted in the game jam still. Which, you know, to everybody in chat or who might be seeing this later, I am going to be linking the game jam in the description, and it's linked in the command for stream. And if you want to just, you know, just visit the link to the game just to give it a little bit more traffic, that's cool. If you want to download it, don't even have to play it, just download it to give it a little traffic, that's cool. And then maybe rate it for the horror jam as well, that'd be cool. That would be cool. And appreciated. Tono's already planning the next game she's gonna make, by the way. I tried to tell her to take a break because she was like in super crunch mode at the end of this development. She just has so many good ideas. She's so motivated to make games. I like helping her out with it. Two weeks, no. Oh right, I forgot, I need a key. In the, I think the playtest build, or at least in an earlier build, you didn't need a key to get to the lobby, but now we do. So I always forget. 2 weeks, yeah, I don't know about that one. 2 weeks if it's like a one-room game and not a whole school. Just to give a little insight on the background of the development of this game. We definitely made our scope too large. It was a lot. She had really good ideas of core mechanics she wanted in the game, like switching characters. And then it kept expanding and it got so big we made like a whole school. We were gonna have mini games actually. Yeah, alright, we're doing the Matt ending. There's actually a lot more dialogue I wrote too. We were going to have dialogue specific to each classroom, so when you're in the math room, there's dialogue pertaining to that. When you're in the home ec room, there's different dialogue pertaining to that. We weren't able to implement all of that because of the time constraints, but that's the kind of, you know, fleshed out sort of stuff you could expect in some future games that maybe aren't in game jams, but, or maybe, I mean, she's only going to get better and faster at making games the more she does this, so it's going to be really cool. But anyway, a lot of cut content, a lot of secret content, really excited, really happy. I was glad to be a part of it. And now we're going to kill Emily and save Matt. Let's see what kind of ending he has. So, recap. Emily had the Cancer Research M17, Matt 17 code name thing. Matt's ending? Let's see what his is all about. I'm so sorry, Emily. Thanks to Emily's sacrifice, Matt was able to escape his high school, his legacy, and his friends one more time. The former principal was never found, having skipped town himself as well. Though traumatized, he eventually returned to his life with his girlfriend and a newfound motivation to make something of himself. He enrolled in a local community college and earned his business degree to open his own moderately successful landscaping business. It wasn't much, but it was honest, and he had changed a lot and worked hard to earn it. Years later, Matt and his wife had their first daughter. He insisted they name her after a brave soul who had inspired him to clean up and take charge of his life. In an act of both respect and guilt, he named their daughter Emily. Tear, clap, cinema, game of the year. Look, Gary, there I am! Level design writer. And of course, Tono, the project lead. Cannot stress enough how much time and effort she put into this. Like, a lot. Like, it was scary. She did a great job, guys. Aaron Dickinson also did a great job as our composer. Thank you, Aaron. It was basically just us three. And when I say us three, I mean it was really Tono. She did, like, a lot of it. I made the school structure and the rooms and everything, and then she did, like, and some dialogue script writing, and then she did, like, everything else. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, Aaron... Okay, I wanted to wait till that song was over. It's a little bit loud. Aaron did a great job. I think this was like maybe his second game jam, and he joined our team, thankfully. He does a lot of orchestral pieces, some of which he gave us some pieces that we didn't even use in the final version of the game, because he's just really good at just making a lot of really cool, interesting songs. So shout outs to Aaron. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show for Lab Partners today. Like I said, gonna upload this to YouTube, so like and subscribe, and open the itch link to this game, view it, download it, play it, check out some of the stuff that we didn't see on stream today. Appreciate it, and I'm glad to have been a part of it. It's free! Yeah, you don't have to pay a cent. It's free. Thank you all so much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.